this light is kind of bright. No, let's not do that. How to get back? Okay. This was the one, right? No, it wasn't. This was the one. Okay. Cut again. Hey, good morning or good night, like depends on where you are, obviously. I'm Celeste Liberty. Yeah. No. This is me starting a YouTube channel. Like I posted videos before when I was younger of my original songs, but I never really put a lot of effort in it. I feel like that insecurity about like my songwriting and maybe like my abilities and maybe my personality even, it kept me from posting videos for a long time. But now, like a week ago or so, I decided to deactivate all of my social media accounts again and like purely focus on my music and on my songwriting, you know, trying to get my songs back out there again, just work on my craft and get better at like the thing I love, my passion basically. And you know, like when you deactivated all of your social media accounts, there's like not a lot of other platforms to post your music on, except for YouTube, of course. And that's why I'm giving it a shot. I know I was 15 years old when I got my first guitar. I remember I was walking like on a fair with my parents. We walked past this music store and they had like all those beginners guitars. And I always like felt the urge to do something with music. Yeah, my parents decided to get a guitar for me. I just started learning the guitar and I was very shit at first. Learning a new instrument, it's not fun, it's not pretty. And you like wonder, what am I doing wrong? I started writing before I got my first guitar. I think after I heard Taylor Swift's album Fearless for the first time. It was like early Taylor Swift days. I happened to buy her CD and got like so obsessed with her music and her songwriting, and I wanted to do that as well. It was just so inspiring. I started like writing poetry because I didn't play any instruments yet. So it was just like pages of poetry. It's really embarrassing actually, because I was super young. I was about like 14 or so, and I'd never really been in love or had like real adult experiences. I would write about being in love or having my heart broken, whereas none of that happened because like I didn't have any experience in the romantic field. I was like creating these scenarios in my head to be able to write songs about them. Looking back on it, I feel so awkward. I think I got into performing like really quickly after that. I was in my school band and I already did like 10 years of theater. So I was like used to being on stage. I just started performing in like cafes or like little festivals, little theaters, open mic nights, whatever. I just did a lot of gigging. At some point I was like gigging for a few times a week. After I graduated, I started working in a restaurant and saving up money to move to London, to the UK. I had always been obsessed with that country and like with the city. The first time I visited London, I was maybe 12 or so. And I fell in love with like the city, the culture, the people, the you know, the atmosphere of the city, the liveliness. I don't know, it was a breath of fresh air to like a small town girl. It was amazing. I always had this dream stored inside of me that I wanted to move to the big city and experience life just a little and meet people and share my music. So I was 22 when I moved to England, and that was a very intense, emotional and like learning experience. Like, I did work a lot on my music there. I went to a lot of open mic nights. I did a lot of like collaboration with other musicians, and I wrote loads of songs. Like, I fell in love, I had my heart broken multiple times. I was also like experiencing what it was like living on my own for the first time. Yeah, it was a very intense experience, and a lot of bad things happened as well, which caused me to move back to the Netherlands again. Yeah, a lot of my dreams had been crushed, my faith in people, but let's not go into detail about it. Like, long story short, it was a very emotional, heavy time with a lot of ups and downs. I still do a lot of songwriting. I'm finishing a lot of like demos. I want to get it out there. I've also been like working on an album with a producer now. That is basically like, it summarizes the chapter of my life that I was living in London, and it's a very, 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 very important to me. Like, the music is very close to my heart, and it's really special, and I hope I can like share that with all of you very soon. Okay, that was my rant. Welcome to my channel, and I hope you enjoy some of the songs I've written, and I hope you can relate to some of my experiences and get inspired by my songs, and I love to see you soon.